Hey you guys, what is going on? And welcome back to the Tempest Productions. I am Nick, and today I will be telling you my top 10 most anticipated movies for 2017. Now, there's two things you might be wondering. One is, why the hell am I standing? Well, I don't really know. I wanted to change the scenery. I don't have a green screen where I can put up a cool background, so this is me trying to change it up a bit. So that's your answer to that one. And two, why am I doing my most anticipated films of 2017 when 2017 already started? Well, that's because my 2017 most anticipated movies haven't happened yet, and they haven't been released in theaters. So, without further ado, here's my 10 most anticipated movies of 2017. So first off on the list, this is how I'm going to do it. And 10 is going to be my least favorite or least anticipated, and then 1 will be the most anticipated. So we are going to start with number 10, which is my least most anticipated film of 2017. Is King Arthur Legend of the Sword. Now, when I first saw this trailer in theaters, it just, oh my god, I did not know what to think of it. I was like, okay, I love Charlie Hunnam, obviously from a Sons of Anarchy poster. It's directed and written by Guy Ritchie, who did The Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I thought was extremely underrated. So we got a good director, good actors, and we have a movie that can potentially have some substance to it. It can have a lot of character development. It can have a lot of cool, soundtracks and things like that, which it definitely does, and you see that throughout the trailer. It looks like it has some really cool fight scenes, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. And just seeing Charlie Hunnam kick some ass is just what I want to see in a movie like this, where he plays as a king, and I thought that was really cool. The only problem with it, it might do bad, it might do good, I'm not sure, but I am super psyched for it, so that's why I put King Arthur Legend of the Sword at number 10 on my list. So, this being 2017, you guys are going to see a lot of sequels, a lot of reboots, and things like that. So this is a film, it is a sequel, and it was a great action movie. I think it had some really cool things about it. And I know that's kind of brief, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it. That is Kingsman: The Golden Circle. That's all I really know about it, just the title. I know that Taron Egerton is returning for his role in Kingsman, which is great. I love him. He's a great actor. He was great in Eddie the Eagle and even in Legend. That was cool to see him in. But I just loved everything about that movie. It was fun. Samuel L. Jackson played an awesome character, and you can't forget about the best scene in the movie, which is the church scene. You cannot tell me that is not the best part of that film. If they have another scene like that in the second film, I will just die. It is such a fun time, and you don't have to take it seriously, but there's still enough character development and things going on in the story to where you can actually care for the characters. So that is why it's on my number 9 and not something else. So up next, for number 8, I forgot what number I was on for a second. For number 8, we have a Disney Pixar film. The first film was phenomenal. It was great. It added to the Pixar theme. And then the second one came out, and it was just the worst thing anybody has ever seen. And that, yes, I am talking about Cars 3. Cars 3 is the number 8 on my most anticipated film list for 2017. Why? Because, well, I love Disney Pixar and pretty much anything that Disney has to do with it. If Disney's doing it, I'm going to see it. Like, I even have hype for the Beauty and the Beast coming out, and I did not keep up with that at all. So I'm going to be seeing that, but Cars 3 is definitely going to be on this list because it just brings out the kid in me. I love the character Lightning McQueen. This one looks a lot darker than some of the other films. You just saw some spotlights with the newest villain, and that looks pretty cool. It's the one Owen Wilson film that I can really kind of, stand him in and take him seriously in, even though it's a comedic role. But that's why I feel like the path that they're taking with this darker feel to it is awesome. Because when that first trailer dropped, that 30-second trailer, everyone was flipping shit about just how dark and insane, and everyone was like, Lightning McQueen's gonna die, and it was just crazy, and I'm on board with him dying, believe it or not. I think that would be fine. That would be a great addition to the story, because Lightning McQueen is what makes Cars. If they did this dark turn on a family-friendly series, that would just be crazy. It would be a new thing for Pixar to do, and I feel like it would open up a lot of minds about how Pixar does their movies, and I don't know, I just think a darker tale for this franchise, especially after the second one was released, would just be something really cool and amazing and different to see. So that is why it is number 8 on my list. Yep, it's my number 7. Kidding there, you guys. I actually have not seen that movie. I just randomly bought it because I like the first Jack Reacher, alright? What the hell? Sue me. Not really, you guys. Don't sue me. I'm broke. I have no money. But number 7 on my list is going to be the one and only Power Rangers. Now, I am a huge Power Rangers fan. I know a lot of people have different opinions about the trailers that have came out recently. And to me, I do get it. There's this cheesy aspect to it. It's just kind of, and how all the characters of the Power Rangers are like, the set color that they're supposed to be, and that's cool, and, that gets everybody, embracing their stereotype for that character. But to me, honestly, none of that matters for me. I honestly cannot wait to see this movie for 2017. I think it's one of the more original films that are coming out, and I really like the cast. I think R.J. Cyler is his name. I could be totally wrong, but he was in Me and Earl and the Dying Girl, along with Thomas Mann and Olivia Cooke. I absolutely loved that movie. It was the first film that he did, R.J. Cyler. I could be totally wrong again, so let me know in the comments below if I am wrong. But he was in it. He just did such a great job. And now that he's in Power Rangers for his second film, I just can't wait to see more of what he does. And to me, Power Rangers is kind of like a modern day twist of The Breakfast Club with Chronicle. That's how it is to me. I just came up with Chronicle now, because Chronicle and the movie Slight are being compared to, which Slight is coming out later this year, and which is actually not on my 2017 list, surprisingly enough, although I do really want to see that. But it just reminds me of The Breakfast Club and Chronicle put together, because it's about these teens, they're going through hard times in high school, so that you got that youth kind of feel to it, and then growing up aspect of it, which I really enjoy in movies. And you're seeing that now more with a bunch more comedies and a bunch more dramas, things like that. So I thought that was really cool to tie in with the superpower, agenda. And now they're Power Rangers, and now they have to fight this weird witch, or I don't know if it's a witch, but it's this flying woman that, has killed Rangers before, and now she's after them for some reason. And you know what? I'm excited. I cannot wait for Power. Now, many people on their lists, on their videos that I've seen, have either a bunch of Marvel movies on it or a bunch of DC movies on it. And for me, I only have 2 films that are superhero films on my list. Excuse me. I didn't want there to be a whole bunch of just, anticipated movies that Marvel or DC came out with. Even though there is no DC movies on my list, sorry about the guys who might hate me for it, but this is my list, your list is totally different, and that's okay. But for me, number 6, I believe we are on. I had to look at my list real quick, as you just saw me do there, but I don't know why I keep doing this. But my number 6, guys, is Logan. And I am very shocked and surprised that they went with the R rating. I knew it was rumored for a while, and then when they finally said it, and the trailers started dropping F-bombs, I was just even more psyched than I was when I first saw the trailer in theaters. And I can't remember what I was going to see first whenever it dropped, but I was just, I was laughing at times. I don't think I was supposed to be laughing, because it does look like a dark movie, but Marvel has that sense of humor where they can do that. They can change up the tone, even if it's in a dark setting or a dark world. And I feel like that's where Hugh Jackman comes in as the last time, as Wolverine. And I think that's why they're doing it with the R rating. They're going out with a bang. And they even got Patrick Stewart in it again, and I love it. I gotta catch up on the whole series before March 3rd because I'm dying to see this movie. And for me, that's why I put it on my list for number 6. So, number 5, you guessed it, is another Marvel movie, and that is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Now, the reason why I have this one on my list is because Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, was just such a shocking movie to a lot of Marvel fans. It was different. Yes, it was funny, but it was probably the funniest one. It had the most lovable characters. Even if their storyline or backstory was kind of weak, it just tied in perfectly with the whole Marvel universe. And I'm super psyched to be seeing them in Marvel's Infinity War whenever that comes out and when that gets released. It's going to be crazy to see them and really, be a part of the Avengers. I thought that was really cool. So I'm excited to see more of their story. I love the cast. Chris Pratt, Zoe Saldana, I was going to say Chris Pratt again. Bradley Cooper as the raccoon. Vin Diesel as Groot. I'm not sure if he's still Groot, because he's a baby Groot now and the voice is a lot higher. I don't know if it's still Vin Diesel. If it is, cool. If it's not, oh well, it's Groot. You know, you love him anyways. I don't know the names of the other people, so sorry if I don't remember or know. But I just wanted to put Guardians of the Galaxy because it is a fun movie, and I would love to see the continuation of, you know, how they save the world and what they do while doing it. So that's why that is number 5 on my list. Up next, for number 4, we have a Christopher Nolan film coming out in 2017, and that is Dunkirk. I have loved every single Christopher Nolan film that he has done. I saw Interstellar 3 times in the theaters. 3 times, and then I got it on Blu-ray, and then I watched it again on Hulu. Now, I'm kind of tired of it. Alright, I can admit that. It's not that great of a movie when you first see it for the first time. That's debatable, right? But anything Christopher Nolan has done, Inception, the Dark Knight trilogy, I love everything he has done so far, and for him to be doing a war movie is kind of cool, and it's kind of different. I'm hoping that they go with an R rating, and it's not PG-13. That way we can get a little bit more violence in it, and a little bit more of, caring for more of a character, to see the struggles that he goes through during war. And I just think it's a really cool cinematic journey to be doing a war film instead of just another sci-fi epic, and or like a comic book character coming to life. So I think this will be cool. I think it's different than anything Christopher Nolan has done, and it just looks really awesome with a really awesome score. So I cannot wait for Dunkirk, and that is why that is number 4 on my most anticipated films list for 2017. Number 3, you guessed it. I mean, not really, because I haven't said it yet, but you were probably thinking it, and if not, you were probably thinking something else. For me, number 3 on my most anticipated films list of 2017 is A Cure for Wellness. Why? Because I have no idea what the fuck that movie is about. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, it's kind of predictable. It's about this man who thinks he's going insane and, you know, gets instituted into this mental hospital where they think they can cure him, whatever the reason may be, and he goes in, but it makes him more insane, and they start doing experiments on him and things like that. So, again, you know, debatable. It's a pretty predictable movie. I forgot the word that I was going to use there, but predictable. All right, maybe. That's fair. That's a fair argument to make. But for me, I want to go in not knowing anything about this film. I have seen all the trailers. George Verbinski, I am going to say that horribly wrong. I am actually going to look it up real quick. Ha! I actually said it right. It is George Verbinski. I don't know why I laughed like that in the beginning. That was probably a mistake to do on camera, but you know what? I've done worse. And the fact that this is R and is pushing a runtime of 2 hours and 23 minutes, that is insane to me. And I know he's a visionary director. I can't remember what else he has done. I'm not going to look that up right now because I'm recording, but you guys probably know. Let me know in the comments below what else he's done. I cannot remember for the life of me, but it's just everything about this movie looks cool. It has a great song that they mix into it and make it more of a dark and more of a haunting feeling to it. And they just make it more dark, and it has a darker feel. And I don't know. I know nothing about it. All I know is the main character, whose name I cannot pronounce and will not try to. And it's got a really cool trailer, and I love everything about it, and I want to see more. I am very interested in this concept of how a man that thinks he's crazy becomes more crazy, and I want to see how it is done. And there's a lot of cool stuff in the trailer. So that is why that is my number 3 on my list. So, for number 2 on my most anticipated film list for 2017, it is a Ridley Scott film. He is coming back to reprise his role in Alien Covenant. And I, believe it or not, was a huge fan of Prometheus. I saw it in the theaters with my dad years back whenever it came out, and I was thinking to myself, wow, this is a really cool movie. This is a really cool film. I wasn't really so keen on the other films, mainly because I haven't seen them in a really long time, or I just haven't seen all of them. I'm not sure which is which. Normally, I'm pretty good on that, of remembering what films I've seen and what I haven't. But for me, I just didn't keep up with the Alien films and the whole Alien versus Predator thing. So it could be wrong, and that could be a different series, but I think I'm right, and I probably just sounded really stupid there, being a moviegoer and all, and a person who writes scripts on themselves. But anyway, let's just forget I said that and talk about Alien Covenant. When this trailer came out, oh my god, it freaks the hell out of me. And it's not supposed to be a scary film, I don't think. I don't know if it's supposed to be horror or not. I love alien films. I actually have an alien shirt on right now. My girlfriend got it for me, so shout out to her. Gonna get a lot of hate comments on that. But you know what? It's cool. I love anything to do with aliens. I have seen some really bad alien films, ranging from Hangar 10 to, which, don't even waste your time on that. I skipped through like 40 minutes of the movie. I have seen Area 51, Skinwalker Ranch, just some really bad alien films out there, and I feel like alien films can do a lot better. So Alien Covenant, I am there. I want to see more of Michael Fassbender doing his thing, being David and all. I think that's his name in the film, with just the head, and now he's got a full body on. I'm not really sure if it's a prequel, if it's a sequel, if it takes place after Prometheus, which would be a sequel. I'm pretty sure. But you know what? I don't know. The summary makes no sense to me. The trailer is really cool. And the shower scene reminds me of the scene from Psycho. So, just with an alien in it. So, I'm looking really forward to Alien Covenant. And that is why it is on my, that is why it is number 2 on my most anticipated films list for 2017. And you guys, we have finally made it to the number 1 most anticipated movie of 2017 for me, personally, because there's one reason why this is on here for the number 1 on my list of 2017. And it's now a trilogy, I will give you that. When this film comes out, it will be making the franchise a trilogy. And I think it is one of the best, most promising, most shocking trilogies that is out there. It's not Star Wars, it's not Star Trek, it's nothing like that. It is War for the Planet of the Apes, and when I saw the first film in theaters, it just surprised the hell out of me. As a kid, I remember loving it, or as a bit younger, I'm not sure how long ago the film came out. I just remember seeing it when I was a lot younger, and I just loved James Franco's performance. I loved the chemistry between him and Caesar. I loved when the second one came out. Minor spoiler, that Caesar has this video, and he's watching James Franco teach him as a baby chimp, or ape, my bad, I don't know which one it is, and he's teaching him, the things that he now knows. And that just really made me tear up, guys. I don't know why. But I loved it. The second film was even darker than the first. It had Jason Clarke in it. I think that's his name, from Everest and a few other films. Terminator Genesis. Let's not talk about that atrocity, though. But besides the fact, War for the Planet of the Apes is my number 1 because of all those reasons. And I'm so glad they're making a third. If you haven't seen the trailer, alright, if you haven't, go check it out, because there are some scenes that are scaring the hell out of me right now, especially involving Caesar, and I'm just gonna say this: if he dies, I will be done. I don't think I'll be able to handle it. I'm glad they're bringing Woody Harrelson into it. He looks like a badass villain, and he's just, shaving his head in the trailer, making himself look more cool and, more intimidating. And I thought that was a really cool aspect of it. And I love Woody Harrelson. I love the whole cast. I love Caesar. What can I say? I love this series, and that is why it is my number 1. I think if they can make another good film, it will be one of the best trilogies out there, along with Star Wars or Star Trek, and I can put it up there, maybe even be better. It probably isn't, because, Star Wars, Star Trek, there's nothing new. Those are great movies. They're just great with everything about them. So, I don't know. For me, that's going to be up there, and I just can't wait for it. I mean, come on, you guys. It is an ape riding a horse with a machine gun. And it says War for the Planet of the Apes. That's just, it blows my mind every time I see it. And I think the scenery and the cinematography is going to be beautiful. And it's going to be dark, and it's going to be menacing. And we're going to get, hopefully, another film after the third one. I hope when they make the third one, they don't just end it to where, there's no more possibility of another movie. But if they did, and they ended it right without killing Caesar, I would be fine, and I would still consider it to be one of the best trilogies of all time. So, that is why, guys, that War for the Planet of the Apes is my number 1 on my 2017 list of 2017. So, thank you guys for watching. I know this is a bit of a longer video than most of my videos are, even though they only range from about 10 to 15 minutes. But I just wanted to share with you a little bit about my most anticipated films for 2017. Again, the reason why I did it now and not earlier was because I was still undecided. I wanted to put Trainspotting in there. I wanted to put a lot of other films in there that didn't get to make the list. but I chose which ones, and these are the ones that made the list, and so there you have it, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts about 2017, if it's going to be a good year, if it's just all for sequels and reboots, that there's no original ideas. Not counting the Emoji Movie, that doesn't count. We all should know that. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what your top 10 most anticipated films of 2017 are. I would love to know them. We can talk about them, why they are, what films didn't make the list, things like that. I would love to know down in the comments below. So this is The Tempest Productions. My name is Nick. Please rate, comment, like, and I will see you guys in the next video.